day that you made your decision to attend Northern for the day when you could begin classes. Well, that day has finally arrived, and for all of us, faculty, staff, administrators here at the college, and other members of the Northern community, we are thrilled to see you all here virtually this evening and to welcome you to our college. So welcome, everybody. There's an English expression that states, "May you live in interesting times." And thanks to coronavirus, we certainly do. This will be an unusual semester and a challenging semester. And we are prepared for it based on the best public health practices and advice from medical experts. For several months, Northern has consulted with state officials, our local health departments, and other colleges and universities what we're calling our return to campus. Most of you know that in the spring, our spring semester was interrupted at the time of our spring break. And at the time students came back to campus from spring break, we had converted all of our classes to online instruction because of coronavirus. We know students are anxious. We know that they and their loved ones are rightfully concerned about their well-being, and so are we. I'm incredibly proud of the work our college has done and the strong measures we've put in place to ensure our students can continue their education while being protected. From offering more classes online this semester than ever before, to thinning out our classrooms. We've removed half of the seats in all the classrooms. We've gone from classes of 20 and 25 to a cap of 10 in any live class, to on-site testing protocols. We have a testing center, and we have a protocol for how students and staff come into that testing center, and so much more. We've developed guidelines for students and for employees, and we'll share those with you soon on how to return to campus, protect yourself, and protect those around you. The guidelines prioritize health, safety, and welfare of our students and of our campuses and our employees. We are counting on students to follow our safety protocols, and we're excited to welcome you to Northern. Our fall schedule of classes includes 3 types of classes. They include online instruction. Northern has always offered a strong schedule of online classes. We have a long history in offering online classes, and when we had to convert in the spring to online classes, those faculty members who'd been teaching online helped the others prepare their classes to go online. And we're proud of our history with online classes. So we have a reputation and strong experience with online. So if we have to go to online in the fall, we'll do so. And you can count on us to offer a quality product, whether if it's online or if it's in the classroom. So about 1/3 of our classes this fall will be online classes. About 1/3 will be hybrid classes. Hybrid classes are partially online, and then part of the class is offered live as well, or through other technologies. And then about 1/3 of the classes are currently planned to be on campus, on ground classes here at our campuses. Those classes will be capped at 10. The seats in the class will be spread apart. So even if you have classes that are on site, on campus, you're going to notice that there's many fewer students around, and even in your classes, the classes are smaller. So folks are spread out, either by time, by distance, by space, location, and so forth. Northern's plans are aligned and consistent with local orders and ordinances of the 6 counties here in the Northern Panhandle. We serve all 6 counties from Hancock down through Tyler. We are aligned with recommendations of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, as well as West Department of Health and Human Resources. As knowledge and understanding of COVID-19 virus continues to evolve, our practices and plans will be updated. So we'll practice whatever the latest recommendations are. Our basic advice to students and staff is really quite simple, and you've heard all this. I'm not going to tell you anything you haven't heard before here. We have 3 guiding principles to our strategy. The first one is, if you don't feel well, stay home. And this is harder for folks with gray hair like me, because we were taught a strong work ethic means you get up and you go to work no matter how bad you feel. if you're sick enough to stay, you can stay home. But if you got a scratchy throat and a fever, you go to work and see how you feel at noon, and then you might stay there. Well, the coronavirus has changed that rule. The rule now is, if you feel sick, if you wake up with a scratchy throat, a fever, if you notice your sense of taste or smell aren't working right, stay home. See how things go till noon. If the symptoms get worse, call your doctor and follow your doctor's instruction. That's very different than the way I was raised. I was raised, if you felt that way, you go to work, and if you don't feel good at noon, then you come home. Well, if you do that with coronavirus, people around you are potentially going to be exposed to the virus if it ends up that you have it. So if you feel sick, rule number one is stay home. Stay home, self-isolate, stay away from family, friends, others that you share the house with, and contact your doctor. Number two, maintain social distance of 6 feet. Is this the first time you've heard that? We've all been hearing that, right? For almost 6 months now, and it's incredibly important. So first is stay home if you don't feel well. Number two is maintain social distance of 6 feet, whether if you're in a classroom, whether if you're interacting with a staff person at a service counter here for admissions or registration or financial aid, help with financial aid, maintain 6 foot distance from folks and monitor yourself and make sure you're doing that. And we'll have markings here to help you with that, but protect yourself and stay 6 feet away from folks as best you can. And then the third one, anybody want to guess? Drum roll. Wear a face mask. Wear a face mask when you're in any campus building, whether if you're 6 feet away from folks or not. Certainly if you're less than 6 feet away, you should at all times wear a face mask. But wearing a face mask, staying 6 feet apart, and staying home if you don't feel well will make a remarkable difference in the infection rate and so forth. So those are the 3 guiding rules, and you're going to hear them over and over again. You're going to see them on posters here in bathrooms and on the back of doors and so forth. Those 3 things are the basis for rather comprehensive guidelines and a lot of detail that we can provide for you. If you remember those 3 rules, you will be safe for the most part.
He looks like he's...
So just like all of you have been eagerly waiting to start the fall semester, we've been waiting with great anticipation for your arrival here this fall. I am a new president. I started here last September. So I'm new, and this will be the first class that I have the opportunity to welcome to the college. And I have the privilege of welcoming you here as the first class. For this reason, you'll always be special to me. In the coming years, I look forward to following your academic progress, admiring your performance here at the college, and learning what social issues inspire you to action. And in time, I expect to join with your friends and family to watch with pride as you march across to the stage in a commencement ceremony as newly minted graduates and alumni of Northern. So with that, again, I want to welcome you to the college and offer you my best wishes for your success this fall semester and with all of your studies here at Northern. We look forward to seeing you on campus or seeing you online virtually. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Mosser. And as Janet had pointed out in the chat, fall classes do begin August 24th, virtually, online, or in person. So August 24th is the first day of fall semester. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to get started. I know there is a bunch of you that are from different campuses. So we're going to do a little overview of each of the campuses. You're going to be able to meet with different people, see what's going on at Northern, and we are excited to get started. So we're trying not to keep you long tonight, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So we already did the welcome. So again, as Dr. Mosser said, welcome to the Thundering Chicken family. We are a co-educational tri-campus public 2-year comprehensive community college. We were established July 1st, 1972 by the West Virginia Board of Regents, and our programs in liberal arts, science, career technical, workforce development, and community education. And as Dr. Mosser stated earlier, we are the Thundering Chicken. So that is one awesome thing. So I want to move on to our mission statement. I won't read everything word for word tonight for you, but I feel that this is important for you to understand. West Virginia Northern Community College's mission is to educate and empower individuals to achieve academic and career goals, leading to a highly skilled, well-rounded, and accomplished workforce that successfully and adapts in a global economy. The college responds to the needs of its region it serves by offering a high-quality learning environment that is accessible, safe, and accommodating, while nurturing teamwork and community service. We are going to move on to our new Martinsville campus. So Ina, I believe you are on. If you want to go ahead and speak about your campus, we'd love to hear you.
She'll have to unmute.
I am the counselor on the New Martinsville campus. As you can see, I like to have a good sense of humor by making you lip read for a while. Anyways, we have two buildings on the New Martinsville campus. We have our main campus, and then we also have the Arts Link building, which brings the community together with a variety of events pre-COVID. Hopefully we'll be able to get that active again. Our campus is small, but we have a tendency to be pretty mighty. We have about 7 full-time staffers. We have about 6 full-time faculty. Plus, we have quite a few adjunct faculty. We offer all the liberal arts and core classes on our campus. We have a lot of events. We like to intermingle with the students, and we're here to help. And you'll be seeing me, and the other face who is sick this evening is Bob Gibb, and he is at the service center as well. So hopefully we'll see you, and if you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to email me, as my email or our email is listed on the website. Thank you.
Thanks, Ina. Now we're going to go up north to our Weirton campus, and Lisa Soley, I believe you are here as well. If you want to go ahead and hop on and talk about the Weirton campus.
Thank you, Reagan. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, I was having some audio issues earlier. Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Soley. I'm the campus manager up in Weirton, and it's really exciting to see a lot of names and faces of students I've already talked to, and I really can't wait to meet you in person. To tell you a little bit about our campus, we are a one-building campus. We have 2 floors. When you look at your schedule, when you've been registered for classes, you'll see the word red next to your classes, and that stands for the Red Line Building, which is the name of our Weirton campus. Just like Ina mentioned, we have a great friendly staff and a faculty that are here to help you at any time. It's very convenient on our Weirton campus. As you walk into the front door and look toward the right-hand side, you'll meet our Friendly Service Center staff, Tina and Rachel, who you'll see this evening as well. We have IT help on campus. We have the Academic Support Center and the bookstore. And so there is a lot that you can do. We try to keep our students very busy and very engaged, and we really welcome you to campus, and I can't wait to see you.
Thank you, Lisa. So I'll go ahead and talk about the Wheeling campus. A lot of our employees are located on the Wheeling campus. Tammy Alfred, who's on this chat as well tonight, is the campus counselor, one of the campus counselors for the Wheeling campus. As you can see, we do have 5 buildings on campus. We have a B&O building, which is the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, so it used to be an old railroad station. We have our newest building, which is our ITC, which hosts our welding and petroleum technology labs. We have our ATC, which hosts our advanced manufacturing and HVAC programs. We also have our education center that holds our culinary arts, all allied health, classrooms, faculty offices, and the multi-purpose room and the gym. Unfortunately, as of right now, the gym is closed due to COVID purposes. So that once that opens back up, we will let you guys know. We do have a representative from the Barnes & Noble bookstore and the student union. So I'm going to go ahead and skip over those for this evening, for right now. And later this evening, Sarah Wood and Alex will talk to you guys about the Barnes & Noble and how to purchase your books and the student union. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to safety and security. I'm not sure if Officer Fowski's on here or not. I don't see him. If not, I can cover it. Okay, I'll just go ahead and cover it. So, On the Wheeling campus, we do have a Wheeling police officer that the daytime shift is Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is Officer Dlesk. And when you walk into the B&O building, that is where his office is. Right when you walk in, on the right-hand side. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, you may request him to escort you to your vehicle. If you see anything out of the ordinary, he's always there to help you as well. Lisa, Anna, do you guys want to touch on security for your campuses?
Lisa, go right ahead.
Okay, when it comes to campus safety and security on the Weirton campus, as Reagan mentioned, if you do ever feel nervous about something, please always tell a staff member. If you could tell me if I'm there, that would be wonderful too. I would be happy to help you. We also make available information about our evening service worker. And so if you needed to call, we have that number that we can give to you as well, because we do have somebody on campus during all hours that the campus is open, which can be pretty late in the evening.
And on the New Martinsville campus, we happen to be located right next door to the police station. So we are safe, but you are available. Any of the staff members are available to help you or assist you. And our maintenance men are there while the classes are running, and they can help you in any fashion. We just suggest that if you do have a situation, please let us know so we can take care and assist you in any fashion.
Thank you, ladies. Sarah Wood, do you want to go ahead and talk about the Clery Act since RJ is not here, if you're on?
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah and you'll hear from me later during the student activities section of the presentation. I'm the director of student activities, but I also work with our safety programs and our Clery compliance. The Clery Act is a federally mandated act that we publish crime statistics that happen on campus and in areas adjacent to campus. You can find our annual crime reports on the website. They're listed by year under the safety and security page, and we are required to make those public to students, prospective students, and faculty and staff.
There's that one.
Here you can find the list of Clery crimes. You can read down through those. If you know of a crime that has happened on campus, there is an incident report on our website that can be filled out, and it will be sent to the proper individual on campus.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that.
You're
All
welcome.
right. These are just our emergency procedures. They're located throughout the building, so you will see these during your time at Northern. Now, this is for the Wheeling students. For some of you guys who may not have never been on the Wheeling campus, there are meter parking. So this is the correct way to park on the meter. And I will quote, and I will keep quoting, that even if you have a student parking permit for West Virginia Northern Community College, if you do not pay the meter and you're expired, you will get a ticket, and it's $10. Make sure you guys pay that meter if you guys decide to park on the meter. That permit parking pass will not help you at all. All right, here's the Wheeling campus parking map. So as you can see, there are different areas. You are allowed to park in B and C right here, F, G, and H. A and B are off limits to our students. So A is the visitor parking, and D is the student union and Barnes & Noble. So we ask that you guys do not park in those spots. To obtain a parking permit, even if you're on the New Martinsville, Weirton, and Wheeling campus, you will just go to your student service centers and they will be able to help you from there. I know Ina and Lisa, you guys don't require the parking permits up on the Weirton and New Martinsville campus, but if you are coming to the Wheeling campus, it is nice to have those as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to student accounts, and Dennis is gonna talk to you about payment plans and everything else. So Dennis.
Hi guys, I'm Dennis. I work on the Wheeling campus and I'm the student accounts guy. Pretty much I do with the numbers. So anytime you have like a financial transaction with the school, I'll probably have my hand in it in some way. This goes from anything as like parking tickets like Reagan showed you to tuition. If you have questions about your bill, you'll just give me a call. I'll explain your bill. And I believe Kelly will be talking to you guys about financial aid and how that can help you guys. If you guys don't get any type of financial aid, or you just need some extra money for your tuition, I do payment plans. So basically, I take your bill, I add a $20 fee to it, and I divide it up 4 times, and then you pay that throughout the semester. It's important that you guys know that if you do the payment plan, you have to have everything paid off by the end of the semester. It's not necessarily a loan. But other than that, you guys can always just call me if you have billing issues or anything like that.
Thank you. And again, he will go by Matt. So if you hear someone refer to him as Matt, it is Dennis Thorn as well. So
And
he is
Ray, one other
available.
thing. Can you pull up the parking thing real quick?
Yeah.
If you park in these areas and you get a ticket, that's when you'll see me. I don't deal with the city parking. And
Yeah.
that would be Officer Fedosky's ticket that you would get.
Just make sure you guys get your parking permit. If you have one, if you don't have one, that's when it will hurt you. And it is a $10 fee. I am correct, Matt, for our parking tickets.
It could be a different amount. The basic ticket is 10, but certain infractions could cost more.
Perfect. Thank you, Tammy. All right, so now we're going to go to the lady, and I would say gentleman, that you would see the most, but unfortunately, Bob is not able to be with us tonight. So these are your student service centers. Does the Weirton campus want to go ahead and go first and introduce yourselves, and tell them exactly what you guys do on the Weirton campus? Tina, Rachel.
Don't forget
Lisa?
to unmute yourselves, ladies.
Yeah. Tina, I think you're muted. There you go.
Hi, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, my name's Tina. I'm on the Weirton campus along with Rachel. She's sitting right here. And we're right at the front desk. As soon as you walk through the front doors, just make a right and you'll see the 2 of us. And we take care of like the student IDs, like general questions, and direct you to the right person that you will need. And I'll also give you Rachel. She's sitting right here, that you can meet her also.
Hello, I'm Rachel Faris. I also work at the service desk side by side with Tina. Just like she said, we'll help you guys get to anywhere you need to be, get you in contact with the correct person. And just a helpful tidbit about the Weirton campus, we do not have to use parking tags. So you don't have to worry about getting that when you come here. We have a very small parking lot in the front and the back, and it is welcome to you. So you will not need to have that when you come here. But we can help you get your IDs. So we look forward to seeing you all.
And I'll turn it over to Margaret. Margaret, do you want to talk about the Wheeling campus?
Sure. On the Wheeling campus, at the service center, we will help you do anything that you need. We can answer some financial aid, like common ones. We get your student IDs processed. I'm the one that processes the IDs college-wide. So when you go to the New Martinsville or the Weirton campus and get your picture taken, they will send it to me. I process it and send it back up there. The other thing, you can get any kind of forms that you need, any incident forms, anything that you want. A lot of our forms are going online now because of the COVID-19, but we also do have some paper forms if you need to get them at the service center. We do the parking tags. They are free. And if you are on the Weirton or the New Martinsville campus and you have a class on the Wheeling campus, please stop by the service center and get a parking tag so that you can park on our campus as well. We also reset student portals. Sometimes you get locked out if you forget your password. We can reset that. We also do placement testing at the service center. So if you do need to have placement testing, right now, it's generally done through our academic support centers. But normally we can, you know, when the COVID's all over with and everything, you'll be able to get your placement testing at the service center as well. Your ID cards are processed there. You can pick them up there as well. Just make sure when you come to get an ID picture taken, you have to have an ID to get an ID picture taken. Driver's license, any ID, as long as it has your name and your picture on it, will work. We can also help you with your online registration. If you call us, we can hook you up with everything. If something happens, if you can't figure it out, if you call your local service center for your campus, anyone that answers the phone can help you get onto your portal. We do change of informations. We check your address. We check all that information. So if you have to change anything, if you have to change your name, if you have to change your address, you go to your campus service center. You can also do those things online. And if you want to change your major as well. Right now, the change of majors are all online. When we change your major, we will send you back an email letting you know that your major's been changed and what we changed it to. And because sometimes we may change your major and it's not what you wanted, but we just have to have you put in a new form then. We want to keep you as informed as possible so that coming to college is a big thing. And sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, but everyone at all our service centers are there to help you get through it. You can get through it. And if you have any questions at all, you need to ask us. Let us know if you're having a problem. We can't help you if we don't know what the problem is. So just know we're here for you. Your success is our success. So if you need to talk to anybody about anything, you can always stop at the service center. We can put you in the right direction.
Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Rachel. I do want to note real quick, guys, that we are still in summer hours. So the student service centers and other offices are working a 4-day week, which means the student service centers will be only open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5. Right now that our campus is closed, so it is only through phone calls or emails. Hopefully very soon we'll be able to make it by appointment only. So we're moving in the right foot, but we're still not quite there yet. Our fall hours do begin August 10th. So beginning Monday, August 10th, we'll be open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. And again, hopefully by that time, you guys can make appointments to come into the building. As Margaret said, here is your student ID. Your first ID is free. You will obtain it at the service center. A government issued photo ID is required, as Margaret said. And you are required to obtain a new validation sticker each semester after scheduling class. And the validation sticker is this fall 2020, which you would receive from Margaret, Tina, Rachel, or Bob on any of the student services centers. So that's the most important thing, to make sure that this is validated throughout your time at Northern. And as always, guys, we are a tobacco and smoke-free campus, so vape, e-cigs, anything along those lines are prohibited. Or anything like that on campus. So please keep that into consideration. Be mindful of that for us, for you, and for your other students and fellow professors. So now I'm going to turn it over to financial aid, and I'm going to have Kelly talk about financial aid, and then after Kelly is done, I'm going to have Ardell Mayhew talk about an opportunity for work studies. So Kelly?
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Northern. Like Lisa said earlier, it's nice to kind of put some faces with the names that I've been working with the past few weeks. So welcome to Northern. We're excited to have you. As far as the financial aid department goes, we are located on the Wheeling campus. There are 4 of us in the office, and our office is on the Wheeling campus in the B&O building. If you are on the Weirton campus or the New Martinsville campus, you've already met Tina and Rachel, who work at the service center in Weirton, and you've met Ina, and I'm sure you'll meet Bob at some point in your travels to campus here shortly. He's a very nice person, and you'll meet him as well. And all of them can help you with anything that you need, basic questions with financial aid or basic forms that you might need to collect or turn in for us, they can help you with any of those things if you're on the Wheaton or New Martinsville campus. If there's something they're not able to help you with, they can call down to us, or we can schedule appointments to come up and speak with you. So even though our campus is housed on the Wheeling, even our office is housed on the Wheeling campus, we still can do appointments to meet with you in person if you prefer that on each campus once our campuses are opened again. At this point in time, since the campuses are all closed, you can either reach us through our financial aid email at financialaidoffice@wvncc.edu, or you can give a call to campus and ask to be connected to the financial aid department. We can talk with you through the phone as well. There is a chat option on the main page of the Northern website. So if you have basic financial aid questions, you can also open that chat and speak with us while the campus is still closed. We can't give out specific student information through that, but we can help you with any basic questions that you may have. Okay. So now that you know how to get a hold of us if you need to, I kind of want to talk about the process and how you go about applying for financial aid and the types of financial aid. The first step in the financial aid process is to file the FAFSA each year. Okay, I kind of refer to it as if you're building a house, this is the foundation. It's where you want to start every year. The FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid, and it is available every October 1st. So you will have to do that every year. When you log onto the website, you want to make sure that you go to FAFSA.gov, which is .gov. The reason I say that is because since the FAFSA is free, there are some sites out there, if you get to different ones, that will sometimes file your FAFSA for you, sometimes won't, but they actually make you pay to file it. So if you're ever at a site where it's asking you to pay money to complete your FAFSA, you're at the wrong place. So make sure you go to FAFSA.gov, and if you can't remember what the website is, it's on our webpage, and you can also contact our office at any time. All right, so when you fill out the FAFSA, what it calculates is what's called an EFC, or an estimated family contribution. We use that number to determine what financial aid you'll be eligible for at our school and at all schools throughout the nation. Once we receive your FAFSA, it takes about 3 to 5 business days. We will mail you an award letter to your house. So if you are a new student this year, you probably have already received that. If for some reason you haven't applied for financial aid yet, though, it's not too late. You can still go ahead and do that. You'll just want to go to the website and file it. Like I said, about 3 to 5 business days after you file it online, we will receive your information, and then we will let you know if there are any other forms you need, okay? So even though the FAFSA is a very important part of the process, it's not kind of the end all be all. There are still other things that you have to do once you do file it. There will be other forms you need to complete. So what you want to make sure you're doing is you want to make sure you're checking your Northern email account, first of all. You want to make sure you're checking your Now account so you can see if there are any forms that you need that are still outstanding. And you want to make sure that you are keeping in touch with us and looking at your account and keeping track of that. That way you won't miss anything and your financial aid file can be complete as soon as possible. The other thing I did want to mention is we also do a student newsletter that will start back up in fall, and the newsletter will have information from all departments throughout the college. So we'll also have a financial aid section. It's very important that you open that because we'll sometimes post scholarships, we'll post deadlines, refund dates, book voucher dates. We'll post all of that in the newsletter. So make sure you're checking that out as well so you have all the information that you need. Once your file is complete, we do offer a way for students to get their books before classes begin called the book voucher process. So in order to use a book voucher, you would have to have financial aid in excess of what your tuition and fees cost. So say your bill is $2,000 and you have, or say your bill is $1,000 and you have $2,000 in financial aid. That $1,000 that you have left over can be used towards purchase of your books. So what we do is as long as your file is complete and you have all your forms turned in, we send your name to the bookstore along with the amount that you're able to charge against, and you can use that to charge your books before classes begin. If you are attending tonight, that process is that will actually be open for you to go ahead and do that. All orders right now are online. So if you go to our main Northern webpage, there's a bookstore link where you can click on that. You can look up your classes, determine what books you would need. You can actually place the order online. I'm sure that the bookstore will talk a little bit more about that here in a few minutes as well. So that process is available for you. Refunds. If you have any money left after your tuition fees and books are paid for, then you would have a financial aid refund come back to you. The way we do refunds at Northern is we use a company called Bank Mobile. On August 24th, our school will send out a file to Bank Mobile with your address on it. So make sure that when you log into your Now account, the address that pops up for you is correct. If it's not, make sure you correct that as soon as possible, but definitely before the August 24th date. The reason being is you'll actually receive a letter from the company called Bank Mobile on how to set up your Bank Mobile account. It'll give you a code. You will then go to the Bank Mobile website, put in that code, and you'll set up your online account. You can either choose to have them send you a card that works kind of like a debit card. If you have an existing bank account, you can set up a direct deposit for your refund to go into that, but it all does go through that Bank Mobile. So make sure you're keeping your eye out for that. Once you do get a refund, our first fall refund date is October 1st. So that would be anything from any grants that you would have. And then if you're a student loan borrower, that would also be the first half of your loans. If you're a student loan borrower, the second half of your loans will come November 3rd because all student loans are split into disbursements. So October 1st and November 3rd are the primary refund days for the fall semester. The last thing I wanted to talk about with general financial aid is how to retain your financial aid once you have it. There are two main things that the federal government says that you have to do to keep your financial aid. You have to have a 2.0 GPA and you have to be completing at least 67% of your classes. So what that means is just make sure that you're doing well in your classes and you're completing them. What I tell students is if for some reason you don't think you're doing well or you think you might fail a course, there are 3 people you want to talk to. First of all, you want to talk to your instructor. Sometimes they'll be willing to work with you. Maybe they'll give you some makeup work, or maybe they have office hours where they can go over information with you, or maybe you're not doing as bad as you thought you were. So definitely talk to your instructor first. The second person you want to talk to is your advisor, because sometimes if you have to withdraw from a course or you fail a course, it could put you off track in your program. So you do want to talk to your academic advisor just to make sure that you're still going to be on track and there's nothing else that you will need to worry about as far as getting that course made up. Third thing you want to do is talk to the financial aid office. And the reason I say that is because sometimes if you have a history of failing courses or you are withdrawing from courses, it could impact your financial aid. So you definitely do want to speak with us if you're failing a course so we can keep you up to date on the way that that might affect you. Remember that Northern does offer free tutoring if you need it, and I'm sure that that will be talked about here in a few minutes. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was the West Virginia Invest Grant. I know that you probably have heard of the free community college as it's been advertised in West Virginia. So basically it's called the West Virginia Invest Grant. It's a very nice fund because if you're eligible for no other financial aid, this is a great opportunity for you to help have your schooling paid for. It's the last dollar in funds. That means you have to use all of your other financial aid first. So you have to use any federal grants or any state grants or scholarships first. Then what will happen is the West Virginia Invest Grant can kick in to help cover your tuition and mandatory fees. So it covers the majority of your bill, but you do have non-mandatory fees and then books and supplies out of pocket. But like I said earlier, it's definitely a great thing to help you pay for your courses if you have no other funding available. Now there are only certain programs that are eligible for the Invest Grant. So if you go to the West Virginia Invest site at WVNCC.org, they do have a list of programs for each institution throughout the state and what programs are eligible for the grant at our school. Basically anything besides a basic associate in science or associate in arts or 2+2 programs. Pretty much all of the other programs that we have here at Northern are eligible for the Invest Grant. So it's definitely something to look into. Now, to be eligible for the Invest Grant, you do have to complete a drug screening each semester and pay for that out of pocket. Just make sure that's something that you're okay with. And then you do have to live in West Virginia for at least 2 years after the last award you received or after you graduate from your program. So make sure that's something that you would be comfortable with too. You do not have to technically work in West Virginia, but you do have to reside in the state for those 2 years. You also have to complete community service, at least 2 hours of community service for each semester that you receive the award, so keep that in mind as well. We do work with our student activities to come up with different opportunities for you so you don't really have to go search for them on your own. We come up with different organizations throughout the communities that you can sign up for opportunities to go get that community service completed. So we kind of make it easier on you in that sense. To apply for the Invest Grant, the first thing you want to do is you do want to complete your FAFSA online. You have to have that on file. You have to apply for admission to the institution, but if you are on this Zoom call, you probably have already done that. And then you have to apply for the Invest grant at the Invest site, so wvinvest.org. Make sure you do that as well. And then what you want to do is you want to monitor whatever email you put on your Invest application and your Northern email for correspondence from us and from them regarding your next steps. Okay, I think that's it for me, Reagan. Thank you very much.
Kelly, I appreciate it. All right, Ardell, do you want to go ahead and talk a little bit about the work study program?
Yeah, sure thing. Can you hear me?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. I was having trouble with my headphones earlier. Work study is a great way if you are financial aid eligible that you can earn money instead of taking a loan. Work study is a real job. We have different positions available at the college, and this changes throughout the semester as a department has a need. We go ahead and create a position for the work study that could be working in the IT field, working with our IT department, that could be working at the service desk, that could be doing paperwork processing. There's a variety of tasks, there's a variety of departments we work with, so we will help design a program. The first step in qualifying for work study is you do need to talk to the financial aid department. Make sure you've completed your FAFSA and taken all the steps to complete your file. They will let you know if you're work study eligible, and they can tell you what the determination of how many hours you would be eligible for. After you've worked with the financial aid department and are qualified, you can go ahead and go onto our website and apply through our link that is on the human resources page, and you can make an application for work study. We have a regular job application. If you've never had a experience online and any trouble with the system, please give me a call or shoot me an email and I'll help you out. It's usually pretty easy, and you just submit your application online. It'll come to me, and then it goes out to all of the departments that have work study positions available. And at that time, they will review all of the applicants, and you may be contacted by one or more departments who want to schedule an interview with you. Right now, we're doing interviews primarily on Zoom. Some of the departments may do just a phone call with you, and they will decide whether who they want to hire for the position, and then we'll work with you to get you the new hire work paperwork completed and get you into the position. You should know that all of our pay is paid through direct deposit, but you can have your bank mobile account number as the bank account for your work study fund. So you would have one source for the money that you get from the college. So you don't necessarily have to open another account at a bank unless you want to, or you already have one in place. We will provide you with a reference that you've worked at the college when you graduate college and you go to work in the workforce. That's one of the advantages to using work study, is you are building real life work experience, and that can help you get hired at a job once you've gotten your degree and move into your chosen career. Anytime you have any questions about work study, you can contact me. My name and my link is available on the website. You can also ask the financial aid department and they'll get you in touch with me if it's not a question that they can answer. So we look forward to seeing your applications. Right now, we still have the application up for 2019-2020, but you can still use that. We should have that updated for the 2020-2021 one here very shortly, hopefully by Monday. So new positions come available all the time. Please read through the application, and like I said, if you have any questions, please contact me.
Awesome, thank you. I do want to remind you guys, just remember, if you have any kind of questions or concerns, please use the chat feature on the Zoom link tonight, and we'll answer any questions that you guys ask. So without further ado, we're going to turn it over to Laura Kastenbauer for Career Services. Laura?
Hi, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, I was also having trouble earlier, so I'm glad that you can hear me. My name is Laura Kastenbauer. I am the Career Services Counselor at West Virginia Northern. And in Career Services, we do a little bit of everything that you need for employment. So we do career counseling, how to write any kind of employment documents, such as resume, cover letters, reference sheets, anything like that. We also do interview practice, so we do mock interviews. Whenever we're on campus, we do on-campus employer recruiting. Otherwise, we actually will do any kind of virtual as well, so pay attention to any events that are happening with us. We also have a career corner in every single, on every single campus, which is absolutely fantastic. The career corner is just a little section in the library that actually has guidebooks on how to write resumes and a bunch of different references for you. We also do workshops. We have job fairs. We just want to make sure that when you are ready to graduate, you are ready to apply for jobs. So we prep you the best that you can. So one of the things that I mentioned is that we do career assessments. So in career assessments, we actually take a look at your skills, your interests, and what exactly you are looking for in a long-term job, in an actual career. And we will match you with a certain career field that you might be very interested in and we think would be a great fit for you. This is extremely helpful for whenever you are not quite sure what you want to go into, but you know your end goal, or vice versa. If you don't know, yeah, pretty much vice versa, sorry. So we're here to kind of help you walk through if you're not quite sure what to major in, if you're not quite sure what jobs you can get with a certain major, these career assessments help you as well. So on top of that, we have an online job board. Our online job board is free and open to all students and alumni. So once you have access, now that you're a student here, you'll have access to College Central Network. And on there, we have a bunch of different job postings. You can also create and submit resumes through CCN. You have free podcasts and videos, and it also has online resources as well that you might be able to find in the career corner in the library, so you don't have to go on campus. So I highly recommend making sure to go onto CCN, see what employers are hiring, and you can actually see what jobs have previously expired too, so you can see what jobs are available at certain companies as well. So if you need to get a hold of me, I saw that my email popped up in the chat. So I am more than happy to meet with anybody who is interested in going into a certain career. If you're not quite sure, I'm here to walk you through all of that.
Thanks, Laura. I really appreciate you joining us tonight. Nice to see you. All right, so the next place we are going to go to the library. And I believe we have Tilly with us, Nancy, and Leanne with us tonight, all with the library. So if you ladies want to go ahead and take over the next couple power slides, go ahead and be my guest.
I guess I'll go first. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Reagan. Hi, I'm Tilly. I work in the Wheeling LRC. I also work with Julie Close and Erica Shepard, who are not here. They're amazing women that we will be able to help you with anything, any research materials, with articles, books. We have a wide range of selections of databases and ebooks, and for some reason, if you can't find anything in our collection, I am the ILL person. I can go out there and get anything in library land that's available out there, even in other countries. It's kind of cool. So I'm the girl to go to. And also, if you need a computer, we got computers, we got printer. We help you with your prints. We help you with your writing your papers if you need help. If you need just somebody to listen to, or to vent, or just a quiet place just to come to and study. We got comfortable couches, but that's going to be kind of off limit right now due to COVID. We also have 2 quiet rooms that are available for group studies. If you don't want to study in the library because you're afraid to make noise or whatever, but we got 2 quiet rooms. But the star of the library right now is the makerspace. We have 4 3D printers, and they 3D print, laser etch, and mill. We haven't gotten to the milling yet because of COVID. That was going to be our next learning tool. But We started this at the beginning of January by appointment only. The students, when I come in and make appointment and learn how to operate these machines safely and productively, by appointment only, as I said. But then COVID hit and it put a wrench to the works. But I'm also proud to say that the makerspace and the 3D printers were used for COVID needs in the area. They made face shields and face masks, and Julie Kloss and our IT teacher, David Stoffel, assisted with that. And I just think that was awesome. I didn't know that's what the 3D printers were going to be used for. And it's moving, and I think it's beautiful, and they did a wonderful job. And our president, Dr. Mosser, initiated this, and I think he's just awesome too. And so I guess that's all I have to say, I think. So
Thanks, Tilly.
Thanks, Reagan.
Nancy, do you want to go ahead, or Leanne, do you want to go ahead and introduce you guys?
I guess I'll go. I'm Leanne Blair. I'm the New Martinsville Library personnel. And to go with Tilly has to say, we have New Martinsville, of course, is the smallest campus, so we have the smallest library, but that doesn't mean we don't have big resources. We have the computers, we have iMacs, as well as the personal PCs. So if you're a Mac user, you can come to the library to use those. And we have any of the software that you'll need for any classes. So if you feel like you have a class and you don't have the software loaded at home, you can always come to the library and use our library computers for those. We also, I know we're talking about a lot of online things right now. We have a lot of databases, so you can do research for your databases. Our catalog for ordering books is also online, so you don't have to come to campus to order a book. You can go onto our library website, find whatever book that you think you need and order it from the website, and then you can just tell us what there's a drop down, tell us what campus you want to pick it up at, and we'll send it to whatever campus. So we have 3 campuses, 3 libraries, so you don't necessarily have to get just what's on your campus. We send the books back and forth, so whatever library is closest to you, you can drop off your items or pick up your items. Like I said, you just tell us what you need, and just use the online resources. And of course, we have some great staff, so never forget to come on and ask our staff any kind of questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question, especially when it comes to some of your research items that you have to do. We've been in here in the academic world for quite a while, so there is no question I don't think we haven't heard. So never feel intimidated, never feel like there's no place for you to go for help. There's always help in the library. And even if it's not library related, if we don't know it, we'll find the person who does know it and we'll get you in contact with them. And as most people have pointed out, all our contact information is on the library website. So if you have any questions, you can find our phone numbers and our email addresses there.
Thanks, Leanne. Nancy, do you want to chime in and introduce yourself?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm Nancy, and I work in the Weirton Library, and I can help you with research, copying, printing, and scanning. The library has a quiet room and also a phone charger, which is very important to the students. And come and enjoy the library and make it part of your college experience. Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
All right, so we are going to go ahead and switch gears real quick from taking a break from the speakers. We're going to talk about how to log into your portal. This is probably the most important thing that you guys will need to pay attention to tonight. You probably have already been into your portal. Some of you may not have. Your portal has your Now access, it has your Blackboard access, it has your email access. So when you were accepted into the college, you were given a username. Usually it would be your first initial, middle initial, last name. So when you do that, what you'll do is you'll go into your portal, you'll put your first half of your Northern email. So it would be J.S. Smith. And then you're going to put your student ID number, which would also have been given to you in your acceptance letter as well, which will be N000112221, just for the sake of this. You'll click log in. Once you log in, then you'll do change my security questions, and you'll do security questions to change your password. And at that time, that's when your password will become unique to what you want to make it. If you ever have issues getting logged out, or locked out, or anything like that, IT does have a 24-hour chat or phone system. So if you call 304-214-8826, IT will be able to reset your portal for you. If you have any questions, IT will be able to help you along those lines. And if you forget your password before you call IT and you just want to reset your password, you can do that by going forget password. So again, this is essential to logging in, to making sure you are checking your Northern emails on the regular basis now that we are a month out from school. All correspondence from any department will be coming through your Northern email. We will not release information to a Yahoo, Gmail, etc. So any student-specific information will be coming through your email, your Northern email. And like Kelly said, we do have the chat on our website at wvncc.edu. However, we cannot give out specific student information. We can do generic information that's already on the website, but if you do need a more specific in-depth question, then please just let us know and we'll get a phone number or an email and we'll get back to you guys as soon as we can with the correct answer. All right, so we're going to go into academics. Oh, did someone say something?
I just wanted to point out that earlier in the chat, we did supply you with the IT email address. It's very simple, it@wvncc.edu. So if you do get hung up here, please feel free to reach out to them and they'll be happy to help.
Thank you, Tammy. I can't see the chat since I'm sharing my screen. So if you guys have any questions, just please interrupt me. All right, CJ, are you on here? You want to talk and introduce your Academic Support Center team? You're muted, CJ.
Oops, all this time, shame on me. Thank you, Reagan. Yes, I'm going to introduce academic support staff in just a minute and then talk briefly about what we do in the Academic Support Center. But first, I'd like to do a little really quick activity with all of our new students. So new students, don't let me down. There's method to the madness, I promise you. So all of you who are new Northern students, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you, if you would, to unmute yourselves like I forgot to do just a minute ago. So I'm going to scroll through really quickly and I want to see all those little microphones not be red anymore. So if you can, if you would, just unmute yourselves. Aaron, Norman, awesome. Emma, Jacob, I got you. Hannah, Amar.
Is that all it is?
Okay, there's nothing. Okay, all you want to give me this. On the count of three. On the count of three, I want you to choose one word that best describes how you feel about starting college. Okay, so get that word in your head. On the count of three, I want you to say that word out loud. Are you ready? Don't let me down.
What word?
What happened? Yeah, Bella. Excited. One more time. All at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Excited.
Okay, go ahead and mute yourselves, please. Oh, you guys are awesome. You didn't let me down. Okay, so part 2, and this is the last piece of that. So what I'd like for you to do right now is use your chat feature, and I want you to really quickly just send out a chat message that tells me how you felt about doing that exercise just now. Unmuting yourselves, thinking of that one word, and then shouting it out. If you would use that chat feature and just tell me really briefly, how did that make you feel? And I'm looking for you. You guys did that first part. So, oh, good. Corey, Crystal, awesome. Anxious, felt okay. It made me feel good. Nervous, okay. It was cool, great, okay, fun. Yes. Look at you guys go. I love it. I feel like a thundering chicken. Look at you, Josh. Yes. All right, you guys are the bomb. So a lot of you are saying maybe you felt a little bit nervous or that was a little bit weird or awkward, but here's the thing. You're about to start college, and so you are about to embark on a new chapter, an exciting journey in your lives. And you've been listening to us talk and give you a lot of important information, but here's the thing. When you come to Northern and when you start your educational journey, the most important thing about that journey is you and what you have to say. So the reason we did that activity, so I could hear all of your beautiful voices, even at the same time, is to remind you that the most important thing about being a student at Northern is that you want to be sure you bring and use your voice when you come to campus, right? It's all about you. We're here waiting to hear your voices and to hear what you have to say and what you're learning. And sometimes it is not easy, as your comments are telling me. Hopefully it's good. It's good when it's fun, and it's good when it's great, and it's good when it feels good. But there are going to be those times too when it feels awkward, or it feels difficult, or it feels like an obstacle, right? Expect that those times will come too. But if you haven't already discerned, everybody here at Northern is here to help you when those difficult or awkward or challenging times arise. As long as you're willing to use your voice at those times, there are lots of folks here who can help you. And so we are the academic support centers. And as I mentioned, two of my colleagues are joining me. Ida Williams, who is our coordinator on the Weirton campus. Ida, are you out there?
Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you.
There she is. And Dennis Bills, who is our coordinator on the new Martinsville campus. Dennis, are you out there as well?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. And so our department, the academic support centers, obviously located on each campus. Support is sort of our specialty. So we do a whole bunch of things, and I like to use the word holistic. Because it's true that tutoring, as Kelly Dlesk, my financial aid colleague, mentioned, runs through our department. It's free to all enrolled students. But when we say holistic, we know that your lives are busy and they're crazy as all of those voices occurring at the same time a minute ago. We know you're not just students. We know you're parents and siblings, and we know that you are employees, and we know that your lives are rich and full, and being a student is only one part of them. So we in the academic support centers provide a variety of services to help you in all of the roles that you play. So not just with your academics and your coursework, but with all of the other stuff too. So my message to you is simple. Please remember you are not alone at Northern, and please remember that your college journey is yours and yours alone. And so your voice and your participation are essential. And so before I move on and Reagan moves on with the program,
CJ, you muted yourself again.
I am going to provide some information for you in the chat window with some additional information about the Academic Support Center. You can check it out. And then I am also going to attach that information for you in one easy and convenient handout. So you will be able to access it, I hope, when your new student welcome is over, and you'll have it all nice and neat in one place. So it was wonderful meeting you. I have no idea how delighted I was to hear your voices, and I look forward to hearing them again and again when the school year starts.
Thanks, EJ. Now we are going to go on to Sarah Wood. Sarah, do you want to go ahead and talk about student activities and what it looks like for this semester?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name's Sarah, and I am the Director of Student Activities. My office is in the Student Union on the Wheeling campus, which is on the second floor of the Barnes & Noble bookstore, but I travel between all 3 campuses. We have student lounges in all of our locations, and those are great spaces to get to meet one another and attend student activities. So in student activities, I structure all of our intramural, culture diversity, life skills, community service, and then just plain fun programs as well. I will give a caveat during this presentation that I'm going to tell you the things that we normally do during a year in student activities, but the delivery of those activities will look a little bit different this year due to COVID. We will be doing a lot of the activities virtual and drive-through activities, which I will talk about a little bit later. We have a variety of leadership opportunities on campus. We have a student government organization and a campus activities board. So student government, we have president, vice president, recording secretary, and financial secretary. Any student is welcome to come to our student government meetings. Those happen once a month. A few programs that our student government put on last year is they established food pantries on all 3 of our campuses, and they established a 6-hour credit waiver for the executive board of student government. So there's certain criteria that those executive board positions have to meet to get that 6 credit hour waiver. But these are very active students on campus, so it's something that they definitely deserve. We have our campus activities board, which helps me structure all of our programming, come up with ideas. I always say that I could sit here and think of what I think is cool and what students want to see on campus, but I want to hear what you guys want to do and what you want to see. We have a variety of student clubs on campus. They range from everything from the Student Nurses Association to a radiography club, astronomy club, the computer club, the Bible club. And if you do not see a club that you're interested in on campus, you can always start your own with the support of the Student Activities Department. You only need 3 interested students to start your own club. So the sky is the limit on club creation at West Virginia Northern. We also have an honorary society. It is called PTK, Phi Theta Kappa, and that is a nationwide honor society for community college students. If you do have the GPA to get into that honor society, it's a great idea to join. There are a lot of scholarship opportunities and networking opportunities with other students from across the United States. I also structure our community service opportunities. So we have community service from Hancock to Tyler counties. We do off-campus community service and we go in groups. So we also structure individual placements that you can sign up at a certain time and a certain day to go provide service at different community organizations. We won't be having intramurals this fall due to COVID, but I do want to speak about some of the intramurals that we offer on campus. We have flag football, volleyball, and women's slow pitch softball. We do a variety of other sports on campus as well that aren't a commitment to a team. We have 3-on-3 basketball, dodgeball. We've done pool tournaments, ping pong tournaments, air hockey, cornhole, par 3 golf, mini golf, bowling, ice skating, a lot of fun athletic opportunities. We try to hit on as many interests that students may have. If sports aren't your thing, if you are more into crafts and DIY projects, we do what are called make and takes several times a month. So those can be anything from pumpkin painting during the holidays to make your own stress balls, to a variety of other crafts and hands-on activities. We do have a fitness center on our Wheeling campus that has a variety of different weight machines and cardio machines. And all students on the New Martinsville campus get a free membership to Prodigy Wellness Center. So that is not only the gym, but you have access to all of the classes as well. As Reagan said earlier, our fitness center is not open on the Wheeling campus right now, although Prodigy Wellness Center is offering a lot of their classes outdoors. So that is open for New Martinsville students. You can find all of this information on our website under the Student Life section. Also, please download our WVNCC Go app. That is a great way to keep up to date with student events and activities. We also have a Snapchat if you search WVNCC, another great way to find out about student activities. They will also be posted on posters around campus, on Facebook, Instagram. We have all of the social media channels, and in the Student Weekly newsletter. I think Kelly talked about that earlier. It's very important to be checking your email to find out updates from all departments and find out what's happening on campus that week. We also have a lot of welcome events. We want you to feel connected to each other, connected to faculty and staff, and connected to Northern as a whole. So we do welcome events that include campus scavenger hunts, involvement fairs to learn more in depth about clubs and how you can get involved on campus. We do a free t-shirt pass out every year. This year, we have purchased West Virginia Northern Thundering Chicken masks that everyone will be able to grab on campus to wear if you'd like. We have Chicken Fest, which is usually a large celebration of our mascot. We have different types of chicken wings. We bring in caricature artists, DJs. That's going to look a little different this year, but we'll still have a lot of fun activities for you to get engaged in. Last year, we went to Kennywood Fright Night as a group. We have holiday programming that can be anything from a large campus meal. We brought in a cash cube during the holiday season in winter where students played a game show and they were able to get in the cash cube and have 30 seconds to grab as much money as they could for you to take home. And students won, one student won a large big screen TV. So there's a lot of opportunities for fun on our campus. If you have children and if you have family members you like to do activities with, we try to provide those at Northern as well. We've brought in Ogilvy to do a Zoo to You program and talk about their animals. We've done ice skating with families, Ogilvy Family Fun Day, where you were able to show your West Virginia Northern ID and get free wristbands for you and 3 members of your family to enjoy the park. We usually have a children's winter carnival. Santa Claus comes in, there's bouncy houses. Like I said, some of these things will be different this fall, unfortunately. We do co-curricular programming, which is that outside of the classroom learning. So those are those life skills programs. So we can bring speakers in to teach you how to create a budget, to talk about photography. We do Black History Month, Women's History Month programming, safety programming that can range from everything from active shooter training to hand training to drug prevention programming. Activities differ by semester and year based on student interest. So if you ever have any ideas of campus activities, I think they put my email and number in the chat there. I would love to hear from you what you would like to see on campus and what you would like to attend. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. I believe Tammy had a quick announcement before we got to the bookstore.
Yes. Thanks for hanging with us here this evening, folks. Hope you're enjoying what's going on with your transition into college life. I just wanted to point out that we do plan to hold some new student welcome events in person on each campus. The Weirton one is planned for August 12th at 10 a.m., New Martinsville, August 13th at 10 a.m., and then for the Wheeling campus, August 18th at 9 a.m. This will be information will come up in your chat. Watch your student email account for more information. These events will give you an opportunity to tour campus, meet our staff, visit the bookstore, get your student ID and parking permit, and things like that before classes begin. Thanks, Reagan.
No problem. And just check out, like Tammy said, just keep checking your emails. Something will either come from myself, Tammy, or somebody in student services to alert you what is going on your campus. All right. Last but not least, Barnes & Noble. I believe Alex is with us tonight. So Alex, if you want to go ahead and talk to them about how they can purchase their books.
Sure. My name is Alex Bianchi. I'm the store manager at the WVNCC bookstores. I'm going to be throwing a lot of information at you, maybe not as much as you've already heard over the course of this, so please feel free to ask any questions in the chat, and I'll answer them at the end here. But first of all, we carry all of the textbooks and the vast majority of the required materials and supplies that you will need for class. Most of your books will be available in a variety of forms, ranging from purchases to rentals to digital books. We get a lot of questions regarding rentals. You can rent textbooks using your financial aid and book vouchers. You do have to have a card on file to secure a rental. This is only if you don't return the rental at the end of the semester. Otherwise, that card would never see anything charged to it. And once again, if you have further questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and I will touch upon those, but I'm gonna move on now. Our main store is located in the Wheeling campus, underneath the Student Union, where Sarah's hovering right now. And we also have small locations in the New Martinsville and Weirton campuses that are open for the first few weeks and last few weeks of each semester. You can use your book vouchers on all three campuses on most merchandise that we offer, including general supplies, books and reference materials, clothing, lanyards, etc. We do have to say, though, with the current pandemic situation, we strongly recommend that you order your textbooks and supplies through our website at this time. This will help with ensuring social distancing and the quickest service that we can get to you. You can use financial aid through the website. One of the options when you check out is financial aid, and what you need to do is just put your student ID number in there, which, as they mentioned earlier in the chat, begins with that N00, and choose which campus, if you'd like to pick it up on campus or have it shipped to you. The website's also very useful for researching the books that are required for your courses. If you wanted to just go in and see what you're going to need, all you need to do is go to our website, which, as was mentioned earlier, you can go to wvncc.edu, click on the More option in the top right corner, and then the bookstore links will be right there on the left side. And you pick your campus, it'll take you right to your site. From there, you click on the textbook tab and fill out what courses you want to look up. And it'll give you the ISBNs, the author, a picture of the book if possible, the title of the book, everything you need, including all of the prices for the various options: rentals, purchase, digital, new, used. You can also look up supplies, clothing, and all of that on the websites. And we are very, very much aware that making sure you have the right textbook and supplies can be very confusing. So feel free to call us or email us with any questions that you have. At this time, until the campus is reopened, the best way to get a hold of us is through our email address, which I'm going to put in the chat here, but it's a nice, easy one to remember. It's just bookstore@wvncc.edu. And that one is monitored by both myself and my assistant manager, Kiri Straight. And we are the two people you will probably see most in the bookstore, no matter which campus you go to. Both of us have been with the company for a very long time, so any questions you have, we'll be able to help walk you through with minimal issues. When you do come into the store to purchase books, make sure you bring a copy of your schedule and a photo ID. Especially if you're using financial aid. We have to have a photo ID in order to make the charge to your financial aid. And we'll be able to take your schedule and make sure you have exactly the right books that you need for the courses that you have. And I think that touches upon all of the extremely pertinent information. Does anyone have any questions immediately for me before we move on to general questions? Or anything they'd like to add, fellow staff?
I think we're good. Thanks,
Okay.
Alex. I appreciate you joining us tonight. So as we wrap this up, we do want to mention that some of you may not have received or have not even registered for classes yet. So if you have not received a registration ticket, which is either URC, which would tell you what you are missing from your account to get you registered to receive a green ticket, or if you haven't received an email from any of us, please email these emails right here. And if you're on the New Martinsville campus, please email Bob Gibb. If you're on the Weirton campus, either Rachel or Tina will be able to take care of you there. Either or, it doesn't matter for them. If you're on the Wheeling campus, I will be taking care of all new students on the Wheeling campus. Please allow us at least a day to get back to you because it is a busy time right now. So we will be trying to process these as quickly as we can. But as you know, some of us are still working from home or we are transitioning back into campus life. I also want to point out that we were just made aware that our Go app is offline right now. So we are trying to get that fixed. So check back later tonight and hopefully that will be fixed on the Apple Store, okay? So at the end of this, I am done with our presentation. I would like to open it up. Well, first of all, thank you for everybody for joining us tonight. We are so excited for have you on campus this fall. Does anyone have any questions? Any general questions, anything at all that you guys would want to know or before we conclude this evening's event? If not, guys, we thank you. I thank my colleagues for being here tonight, and we cannot wait to see you this fall.
We can hang out for a couple minutes if you're still thinking about typing a question or want to unmute yourself and ask a question. Those of you who don't have questions, thanks so much, and we'll see you real soon.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's about the Invest grant.
Okay.
Did you say that the 2+2 is not an option for the Invest grant?
Correct.
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
The list
Thank
is
you.
on there. If you go to the westvirginiainvest.org, all of the eligible programs will be listed there under Northern. So if you wanted to see if there was something similar that would work for you, or you can talk to a campus counselor and we can perhaps try to help you match something that might be a workable option for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else have any other questions this evening?
I have a question about the book vouchers.
Go ahead, Bailey.
Is that just for, so is that just like the Pell Grant and scholarships, or does that include if you're taking out student loans?
Loans as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else?
I have a question very quickly.
Okay, Shaylin.
Did you say that we're going to get our student IDs the 18th? Is that when we can get those?
If you're coming to if you come to the on-campus event day, you certainly can get it then. You can get it anytime after our final prepaid deadline, which remind me, either Ina or Lisa, what's that final date?
August 14th.
Thanks, Reagan. So
you're welcome.
After August 14th, the prepaid deadline, if you're everything is taken care of for your account, you would be able to go ahead and get your photo ID. You need to just bring a photo ID with you, like a driver's license or state issued ID card, and we'll be able to get you hooked up.
I apologize. I got July 14th. It's August 11th.
August 11th. Okay. All right. August 11th.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Questions, guys? Concerns?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you have to do any work study to just be at Northern?
No, work study is an option. If you have unmet need in your financial aid package, you could choose to do a work study job, but it's not a requirement.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Any other questions this evening, guys? And again, I want to remind everybody that anyone that participated in this evening's event will be getting this recording tomorrow, along with any of the slides, any other information that will be given to you will be coming from my email tomorrow during the day. So check that out tomorrow. We will also make this available on our website. So give that a couple days to be up there and we'll get this going. If there's no other questions, that concludes tonight's Yvette.
I have a question.
Okay.
Yes.
When will we know about our class schedule, whether we'll have to take something online or in class?
Have you already done your registration of classes?
Yes, I was just meaning like, because we have less students in the class, I figure some people won't be able to come in at certain times.
Okay. If you look at the class, the delivery type is listed as to whether your class is going to meet on campus. If it has days and times and is a hybrid course, then you will probably meet at those days and times on campus until after the Thanksgiving break, when everything goes to being online for the end of the semester. If it does not have days and times and it's an online course, then those courses you can complete at any time online. Lisa, Ina, anything I'm missing with those?
So the courses we would have had anyway isn't affected by COVID.
No, we set up our schedule with a variety of types of delivery.
Okay.
So those are have already been set. Unless something were to happen that we would, get some sort of notification from the state, or the college would make a decision based on current health situations. If we would decide to change anything, you would definitely be notified in your student email account and on our website.
Okay, that's
And
it. Thank
Sunny,
you.
Sunny, this is Ina. I can email you a list of the definitions of the variety of classes for you, because before that was defined, you had registered. So I'll email that to you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I see a question in the chat. If you do have an official transcript that was sent to the school, just contact our registrar's office, and I will type her email in there for you as well. Do you have any other questions? No more questions this evening? Going once, going twice? All right, guys. Well, thank you again for joining us this evening. We cannot wait to see you guys in the fall, whether that's virtually or in person. So if you guys have any other questions, you know where to find us. All of our information is on the website, and please feel free to reach out to us. Have a great evening, guys.
Thanks, everyone.